Hello YouTube. We are going to open up two magazine drop-off set I did to PSA at the National. And these are pretty big FedEx boxes, so let me crack them open appropriately. So we're doing a blind reveal here. I do not know the grades. All right, so it looks like we finally broke through to the first box here. Lots of cardboard. There's the order. Got the drop-off receipt inside. Don't need that for the video. Let's open up the second box. All right, and we have finally opened up the second box here. So there we go. Another receipt, another empty box, and that had to be some of the most overkill I'd ever seen. So we have two orders here, and I think all this ridiculous packaging is for 3 magazines. One of them is essentially, I attended a Chicago Bulls basketball game back in, I believe it was 1994, which was the year that Jordan, his first full season in his comeback, when they won, was it 72 or 70 games? I happen to have fantastic seats at the Timberwolves Bulls game, and I think back then the Bulls only played in Minnesota twice a year, and I was able to get 10th row. But anyway, I saved a game program. All right, here's the first reveal, and this is, I was the photographer for the photo of the cover of Sports Illustrated on this particular week, and I was pretty happy with that. So I can see I already got an 8.5, but let me get this thing out of the plastic. There we go. Tear away the cellophane here a little bit. So yeah, so I mean, it looks beautiful slabbed up, admittedly. But I got an 8.5, and I was able to get the actual player on the cover to sign it. So once again, the photograph is my photograph from that actual season. So it was a pretty big deal to have a Sports Illustrated cover in my line of work, and then the player autographed it there at the top. In the auto, they gave a 9 score. I can see on the grade there. It's hard to, yeah, an 8.5 with an auto 9. But holy cow, these PSA slabs are just massive and well built. I will give them that. And then I think I have one more copy of it in here, along with a Bulls Timberwolves program from the Bulls' historic, I think, 72 win season in 1994. There's packaging on top of packaging, outside of packaging. All right, so let's see what our grades are here. So this one scored better, but this one did not have an autograph, but this one's a 9.4, whereas the previous one was an 8.5. But this one's not autographed by the player, but that's not, you know, the biggest deal in the world. Get the cellophane off, which I'm glad PSA does do that. It makes it look a lot better, even though now I'm getting my fingerprints over all of it. Oh my gosh, it's just exhausting opening these things. So yeah, 9.4 on the Sports Illustrated. And once again, that's the photo I took from the game. And it was picked up, and I was a pretty happy camper when I found out that I got the cover of Sports Illustrated. So there's the 9.4. So yeah, pretty cool to use PSA's book grading process. And so yeah, I'm very interested to see what I get here on this next one. This next one was, oh yeah, and it came back a pretty decent grade actually, a 9.4 on this Michael Jordan cover versus the Timberwolves, dated February 16th of 96. So am I correct that would have been his first full year back? I believe so. During his comeback season, yeah, those are his shoes, I believe, from his first comeback season. So I wish, see if I can lift up the camera just a little bit here and pan over. Yeah, 9.4 Timberwolves Bulls game program. I mean, I'm sure that's a pop 1, but that's a nice 9.4 grade for a magazine that's now 30 years old. So yeah, I attended the game, bought the program, and just held on to it forever. So pretty happy with that. So that's these 3 books came in 2 very large packages, but pretty pleased once again with that grade. So I just wanted to share, these PSA slabs for these magazines are they're incredible. I mean, they're literally indestructible is how they feel, and they're heavy, and they come well packaged. Anybody who was holding on to one of these would be impressed with the quality of it. That I will say. So thank you for watching. Any comments, questions, go ahead and throw them at the bottom. Thanks, everybody.